All right, our demonstration today is on the photosynthetic process. And today what we're doing is we're going to actually measure two gases, the oxygen gas, which is the small one, and the carbon dioxide gas. So what I'm going to first of all do is I stuff this little inner cup with our good friend, the spinach plant. Put a little bit of water in there. Then I sealed it off. Then I put some water around here so that we can make sure the temperature pretty much stays the same. So the very first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cover these just like this, so it doesn't get any kind of light in it, so it'll be completely dark. And then what we're going to do is then we're going to go ahead and hit play, and then in 10 minutes I'll get back with you. So I've got this all covered up, and then we're going to take recordings while it's in the dark. So we'll measure CO2 and oxygen, and then I'll get back to you around the 10-minute mark. All right, we've got about 45 seconds left before we reach the 10-minute mark. And as you can see, the CO2 level has continued to climb in the photosynthetic tank, whereas the O2 is pretty kind of smooth, kind of even throughout the entire process. So in about 30 seconds, I'm going to go ahead and take off the cloths and actually turn on the lights. So I want you to start taking a look at if there will be any changes at all. And what I'd like you to do is I'd like for you at your table to discuss what you believe each one of these are going to do. Is the CO2 going to go up, down, and stay the same? And is the O2 going to go up, down, and stay the same? You need to kind of discuss that right now. And I'm going to go ahead and lift those up. We're at the 10-minute mark. And you should probably be able to see a little bit of a change soon. Okay, the cloths are completely off. And that was at about the 10-minute, 15-second mark when they came off. And I want you to take a look at the levels of each of the parameters, the oxygen concentration and the CO2 concentration, and see if indeed it goes according to your prediction. So I'll be checking back with you in just about 10 minutes so that you can check it again. So we'll see you in a bit. Well, there you see, after about 20 minutes of a runtime, you can see right about here is that 10-minute mark. That's kind of the halfway point. And then right here, right when we first started, those are kind of landmarks for you to kind of make a guess what happened in that time. I'm going to let it go another 3 minutes just because of this plateau. So what I want your groups to do is I want you to discuss what happened in this plateau. So I want you to look at station 1, 2, and 3. And I'd like you to tell me, what do you think happened in those 3 stations? I'll be getting back to you in just about 2 minutes, and we'll kind of wrap this up. All right, at the 23-minute mark, I'm going to go ahead and stop it right here. And you can see, again, pretty even progression from start to finish. But I wanted you to look at this blip, station 1, this blip, station 2, and then all of this from here to here. So why don't we talk a little bit about what happened at each of those stages. So we'll go ahead and open discussion here in just a moment. All right, so take a look at those 3 stations, and then we'll talk about what happened to the oxygen. Now we've discussed a little bit about what happened to the CO2, but now let's look at the oxygen. How many of you really predicted that it would stay basically the same? And let's if we can auto scale it real quick, you can see even when I auto scale it, it's pretty much a flat line. It didn't move at all. Like you discussed in your groups right now, why it didn't. There's got to be a reason, because it's consuming It's consuming some of the products and reactants as well. So why is it not moving at all? All right, now that you have discussed it thoroughly, what I want you to do now is grab your iPhones or your iPads, and I want you to take an audio of your explanation. Why did the CO2 do what it did, and then why did the oxygen didn't do what it was supposed to do? So if you would just quickly record your thoughts and then send them to me at my email address, and then we'll move on with other things in class today. But really what I want you to do is send me the audio of you trying to explain the phenomenon you saw in the CO2, the 3 stages, and also on the oxygen. Did it do what you thought it would do? And don't forget to tell me why. Keep it under 2 minutes, but more than 1 minute. So it's right in that 1 and 2 minute mark. All right? So go ahead and get to it.